Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to the Men Underground Music Show. My name is Mint. This is episode number 13. With that being said, let's get into it. First things up, it's been a while since I recorded a video. The last video that I posted earlier, the last video that I posted, I had recorded over a month ago, a month before I posted it. The problem was I was having a problem with editing it, getting it ready for you guys, and I thought I was going to have it done by about October 6th or something, but that didn't work out. So I posted it a little bit later, which is episode 12, but now we're at episode 13, as stated. We're going to keep moving on. One of the things I am going to do is give you a brief update. It's from my understanding that a judge has cleared the way to allow, and this is in reference to the previous videos, the previous two videos, which is about Two Live Crew. The judge, as I told you guys, they've been caught up in court trying to get their rights back. The group and the estates, Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquise, have been trying to get their copyrights back for years. They already filed the paperwork. Everything is eligible, and the judges cleared the way, cleared the path, I believe, last month in October. I don't have the date exactly, but I want to say it's around like the 16th or 17th of October, somewhere around there. Might even been the 20-something, because I'm just going off of memory. But Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke Skywalker, whatever you want to call him, did post it to his Instagram account about this information. I did go up and read on it. I don't know if they actually have the copyrights back, or that it's like official that they will be getting them back once the time has passed. And I believe it's 30 years or 35 years. One of the two. I wanted to say 35 though. With that being said, let's get into it. First things up, we're going to move on to another Two Live Crew album. This is the last Two Live Crew album that I'm going to cover. They've had there's all types of things. I have 4 versions of this album. The album that I'm talking about is Two Live Crew Move Something. I have a total of 4 copies on CD in my collection. Now, cassettes we'll get to another time and take it from there. Here we go. All 4 copies are right here. And, I'm going to go ahead and break down each one of these for you, show you the differences, things like that. One of the 4 copies I have is a release that came out of Canada, and it's a clean version. And it's we'll go through some things and show you how to tell the differences, how you could tell that, because this was before the parental advisory stickers. However, there is some parental advisory things that Luke put on there even before the group was deemed obscene by the Florida State's Supreme Court. Okay. Or the county of Dade, or wherever it was. I want to say it's the Florida State Supreme Court. All right. Now let's dig into this. Move Something album actually came out in 1988. It's their second album, and out of all of the Two Live Crew albums, or even solo albums, this is probably my favorite album. It is my favorite album by the Two Live Crew. Move Something, as you can see, they're sitting in a bathtub and so forth like that. A hot tub, not a bathtub. And, they're hanging out, staring at this girl. And you can tell she has some natural butt cheeks there, natural butt. None of this balloon stuff that's going on. This silicone stuff that's going on nowadays. But I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty nice. That's what attracted me to this album when I was a kid. I said, oh my goodness, do you see that derriere? I had to have it, man. This was before they was IDing kids and things like that. And even in my neighborhood, even if they did start doing it, my record store in my neighborhood, they were used to me, and I was going to get it anyway. That's the cool thing about mom and pop shops. Yeah, they knew I was a regular. They knew I wasn't coming in for the police or nothing. I could have got it anyway. So anyhow, let's this album, it has a few things about it. This is this one right here is the original pressing. The original pressing, you're gonna see it does have a warning label right here in this yellow box right here. On the cover, as I said, you're gonna see Brother Marquis, Fresh Kid Ice. Those two to the left on this left side, they have passed away. And then you're gonna have Luke in the middle, and then the DJ Mix, DJ Mr. Mix on the, Mr. Mix in the middle, and Luke on the end. On the back, it is in a baby blue color, and you will see on the bottom corner, let's see, right here where I'm tapping at, the bottom corner is Luke Skywalker Records. They were still using the Luke Skywalker record label on here. Now, digging into this, one of the other things is on the inside artwork is just this is the rear of the album cover of the actual vinyl. Right here where my pinky's tapping at, it's the actual vinyl. And so you really can't read it. It has all the credits and everything like that and so forth. But it's they just pretty much photocopied it and shrunk it down to fit the CD. The original disc should look like this. Now notice how low the word TWO2 is off of the border of the CD. Now, we're going to get into this a little bit later. I'm going to show you the difference between this one and the next pressing in a moment. But it's the catalog number is XR01, and there's a total of 13 tracks on here. Now, one of the cool things about this album is the songs. There were only 2 videos that I'm aware of that was created for Move Something. The first one was Move Something.
We can have fun, partying with each other. Baby, get live and walk, he's your brother. I know that you're with it, so don't start fronting. I don't want to be your man, I want to move something. Listen up, baby, you're looking...
Title track. Move Something was a dope album. This young man, oh man, oh man. I mean, you could lay me down and I would be standing. You know what I mean? The girls in there had me going. I mean, this came out in 1988, so I was 13 then. Oh man. You know what I mean? All natural, everything. These girls, they had the big door knocker earrings on, the tight spandex, skirts, shorts, all that stuff. And this was shortly after the Go-Go group out of DC came out in the EU, and they did the song Doing the Butt, which was featured on Spike Lee's movie School Days and so forth. So this was during the days of spandex, biker shorts, and all that stuff. Door knocker earrings, Jeep Cherokees, as I was talking about the last time, Audi 5000s, Volkswagen Jettas, those types of cars. Of course, Mercedes, of course, BMWs, things like that. But you had Hammer rims. Actually, this was even before Hammer rims, I think. But they did have some 5 stars, but not the Hammers back then. There was a lot of stuff going on. Big dookie ropes, things like that. Those were the styles going on then. But when I watched that video, Move Something, oh man, it was crazy, man, for me. This was groundbreaking at this time. I think if you go back and you pause this video and go look at that video, if you're under the age of 30 and you've never seen it, or even above the age of 30 and never seen it, go check out that video. It's still the shit, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's still sugar honey iced tea, man. That is a great video. I want to say the video didn't come out in 88. I want to say it came out probably about 89. So sometimes I get confused when this actual album released, but I know that once they dropped the visuals for it, it was crazy. But we were already listening to it in the hood. Now, there's a second video. The second video was Do Wah Diddy. Do Wah Diddy Diddy Dum Diddy Do. That was based off of a song. I want to say it's the Kinks, but that not. I know 1 and 1 was the Kinks for sure. 1 and 1. We're having some fun in the bedroom all day and all of the night. All right. So with that being said, those were the 2 videos. The second video on Do Wah Diddy was more of a comedic album. It's pretty dirty and raunchy if you listen to the unedited version. But there is the unedited version on YouTube and the edited version. Now the girl, if you go look at the video, this is the first time I've ever seen her in my life. And I was like, oh my God. This video was the polar opposite of Move Something, where they had super attractive women in that video. I mean, super attractive women. I still get giddy at the age of 49. You know what I mean? Over that video. So anyhow, Do Wah Diddy, the girl in there was average, below average. You know what I'm saying? It was a total different thing. No knock on her and so forth like that. But some of you guys are familiar with her, and this is the first time I was ever familiar with her. The girl that cameoed in the video and who was the who was the leading role of the interest, the girl of interest for all of the 2 Live crew members, was none other than Saturday Night Live's own, or former Saturday Night Live's own, Leslie Jones.
I met this girl standing on the block singing. She'll serve all the boys if I buy her a rock. Got that thing. She got jacked. Punched her face. And I took my money back. I was walking down.
When she was younger, skinny, things like that, she's always been tall. You know what I mean? But yes, that's Leslie Jones, the comedian. So that's why it had a comedic appeal. She knew what her job was. She knew what her role was, and she played it well. And that's why I always remembered her throughout my time seeing her on movies after that. I'm not going to say that Luke gave her start, but something tells me Luke gave her start, or at least got her going in that right direction and so forth like that. So, yeah, Move Something. Do Wah Diddy, the first 2 and the only 2 videos that I know that came from the album Move Something. Now let's move on to the track list. The track list is Introduction, Drop the Bomb, Move Something, Ghetto Bass 2, With Your Bad Self, P-A-P-A-N, which actually stands for the PUSSY dash ASS dash NIGGA. The P-A-N. All right. The next song is HBC. HBC stands for Head, Booty, and COC. And I'm not talking about the bird, the rooster. Back then, the C word, nowadays we refer to being the male genitalia only, but back then the C word was for both male and female. Nowadays it's exclusively referred to when you're talking about a man, especially if you're into adult themed movies, videos, content, I should say. You know what I mean? And then the next song is S&M, sadomasochism, basically. More hardcore. This album, oh yeah, it has a lot of flavors that goes from like a go-go sound to some Public Enemy, like not. I'll put it this: the Miami bass sound, aka LA electro sound. But more so when they started really defining a Miami bass sound. S&M was also like rock based. There's a lot of rock sound in here as well. Then you have Do Wah Diddy, which is an old song by the Kinks, like I said, and it sampled the Kinks song All Day and All Night. Go look it up. All Day and All Night was the song as far as the sample or that influenced that song. However, the lyrics came from Nightmare on Elm Street. 1, 2, we're coming for you. 3, type of thing. I think it's more influenced by that. But it went 1 and 1. We're having some fun in the bedroom all day and all of the night. And then they counted all the way up to 10. And then they did it again and again and again, right? So, I want to say, to me, in my opinion, it was sort of influenced by some Nightmare on Elm Street, the lyrics as far as the build-up. But that could have been based on the Kinks as well. But it's sort of their own version based off of the Kinks All Day and All Night album, but with the X-rated version twist to it. Word 2, Feel Alright, Y'all. And then the song One on One. Actually, I was talking about Do Wah Diddy. One on One, not Do Wah Diddy. I'm sorry. The Kinks was everything that I just went over was for One on One. I do apologize. And Mega Mix 2. So by this time, you had the Mega Mix 2, you had the Ghetto Bass 2, and Word 2. As we know, that had previously came out on their previous album, Two Live Crew Is What We Are. All right, getting back into the differences of the CDs. As stated, this rear cover is actually from the vinyl right here, the inside of that. Let me slide this out real quick without damaging it. I try to keep my CDs in as pristine quality as possible. No dings, dents, and things like that. But if I were to open it up, you'll see some things written on right here on the side. And there's some things written in different languages and things like that. But it's really just talking about the compact disc audio quality. It's not any credits or anything like that. Now, going back to this has a silver disc. The Word 2 is about a 1/4 inch off of the rim of the CD, the rim of the CD, and everything's written in red. Some of these things look the same. Now, I'm going to show you the difference now between the second copy that I have. The second version is a re-release. Now, if you go to Discogs, they don't have this version on there. The problem with Discogs is there's a whole bunch of hands in the cookie jar. And if they don't have all the right information, they could be giving you the wrong information. It's almost like Wikipedia. You know what I mean? However, unlike Wikipedia, we could go and correct Discogs, add some visuals to it, screenshots, photos, change the track list, and reorganize it to where it makes sense. I'm just not invested in doing that or anything like that. So I'm not going to. Now, the second pressing, the disc looks very similar to the first one. However, the font size is slightly bigger, and look how close it is to the edge. It's not even a 1/4 inch from the edge. It's like right there. Plus, it has numbers on the track list on the disc. You see that? The numbers on the track list? Now, this is the second pressing, numbers on the track list. Let me show you the first pressing. No numbers on the track list, and it's about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch away from the top of the CD. They both have the same artwork as far as the inside, the blurriness, and the cover, the rear cover of the vinyl, and so forth. But even the fonts are different, right? So this one says XR101 on the catalog number right about here. And the second pressing says CD XR101. Okay, those are some obvious things, but what else is different? There's a lot the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these around, and you'll see the rear of them. They look exactly the same. Everything looks exactly the same, including the barcode. The barcodes look the same. Has some slight skips in the barcodes. They're both on Luke Skywalker Records. The only way you could truly tell the difference is the original one is slightly darker red, darker colors on there, and the other one is a lighter color. And the only thing you could guarantee that their difference is the catalog numbers. CD XR 101 versus just XR 101. Now we're going to get into the third pressing. The third pressing looks exactly the same. Has even a blue background. Still is on Luke Records. However, it has a yellow disc. Yellow with green writing. Now, there's two versions with yellow with green writing. This one is more of a true yellow with green writing. Then there's like a neon yellow, very close to this, with green writing as well, but that would be the fourth pressing. It still has the same catalog number as the second pressing. As you can see right here, it's CD XR 101. They look so much similar, they even have the numbers on the track listing. The original doesn't have that. The barcode also is sort of like faintly etched out and stuff like that, but this one is much lighter. Even the color on this is off in comparison to the other versions. However, all of them are still on Luke Skywalker Records. Now, we're going to get to the last version. I can't open it up because it's sealed, and I refuse to open up sealed copies of things, especially when I have multiple versions of the originals, and I already have them downloaded onto my computer, uploaded to my phone, and available to play on my Sonos and all that stuff. There's no need to open it up. This one is a Canada version. It's on Luke Records. It's a clean version. As you can see right here next to the green tag, there's a little gray box behind it. That is where this yellow box was. They erased it because this is the clean version. You know what I mean? Now, you'll see it's on Luke Records down here. On Luke Records instead of Luke Skywalker Records. It also came out on what's called Attic Records on the bottom, on the opposite end. Oh yeah, the catalog number is XRM 102. So the clean version will end in, not in 101, but 102. But I just grabbed it because I just like to have different versions as much as possible. You know what I mean? And this one was sealed. Probably found this one brand new sealed about 5-6 years ago. So it's been a while. So yeah, it's still sitting there. Another thing about the third pressing is that it only has 9 tracks. 9 tracks. It's missing songs like One and One, One on One. What else is it missing? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what else it's missing. One on One. It's missing S&M, PAN, PA, the P word, the A word for the butt, and the N word. And then HBC, it's missing PAN and HBC, S&M, and One on One. So the clean version doesn't have those songs on there. And the songs that it does have, they're edited. So just so you know. If I had to review Two Live Crew's Move Something, I like to, on these old albums, I like to give you the original what I would have graded it back then in 1988 versus today in 2024. In 1988, this was definitely a 10. Definitely a 10. However, I'm grown. This isn't really necessarily the topic or the subject matter that I would like to just play and have out there and stuff like that. I'm just a little older and wiser, not really into that stuff. However, man, I was listening to the music and I was going track by track. And I can't get past the feeling of, oh, you hear me talking about that video? Those music videos? I'm still almost right there. I can't say it's a 10, but I'll probably give it an 8 or a 9. I'll probably keep it at like a 8. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid based on today's. The only deduction is I'm older, and it's not even the music. It's not even the music. It's not even, the production or the lyrics or anything like that. It's just probably more the content. I'm just not there anymore. It's still some real stuff, but yeah, man. Actually, I'm gonna bump it. It's still like a 9 to me, man. It's still a 9. It's still strong. And this is probably their only album that I will truly say is a classic. This is a classic. This gets the classic rating. You know what I mean? So if it was mics, this gets a 4.5 mics to me. Not a perfect 5, but it still was up there, Yeah. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Please don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. Let me know what you think. Give me your ratings. Go back, look at those videos that I suggested, Move Something, Do Wah Diddy, and tell me what I missed, what you like, dislike, what I got right, got wrong. Help me participate. All right. I meant 2 Stokes, and I'm out.